Today at MyCarCoach we have the Suzuki Swift Sport. This is the second generation Suzuki Swift Sport, a car previously known for being an absolute hoot to drive and a real pocket rocket. So let's find out if this latest Suzuki Swift Sport even betters the original. I think you'll all agree that this is a really attractive hot hatch. The wheels are unique to the Suzuki Swift Sport. It sits lower than the standard car. You've got privacy glass. There's a lot of high specification attached to the car as well. You've got keyless go, which if I just zoom in on the door handle here, you can just see a plastic thing here, and effectively if you press that, that then allows you to lock and unlock the car just by having the key in your pocket. It's just incredibly convenient really if you've got lots of things in your pocket, in your hands, and you don't necessarily want to reach into your pocket. If we move back round to the rear of the car as well, again, you notice little details like the crease line here. It then blends into the rear tail light. Again, a nice attractive feature. And then we move around to the rear, and it's just got enough of almost the sporting touches to leave you in no mind that this is a slightly different Suzuki Swift when compared to the rest of the range. You've got twin exhaust pipes and almost a fake diffuser there as well. But as I say, I mean, if you look at the stance of the car, it's very sporting without being really in your face. And the car is really incredible to drive. A little bit of information about the car itself. It starts at 13,500 here in the UK. The car offers 10% reduction in CO2 emissions over the previous model. The big difference as well is that the previous generation model didn't have a sixth gear, so you'd often find yourself cruising along the motorway at 80 miles an hour and the car would be really screaming its head off. This car does have the sixth gear, which then drops the revs to allow a much more comfortable drive on the motorway. In terms of performance, 0 to 60 in about 8.5 seconds, which doesn't actually seem that fast, but this is a really enjoyable, what they call warm hatch. It's not utterly focused, so it's, it's very minimal. It's comfortable, it's refined, but believe you and me, it can put a massive smile on your face when you throw it around. A really good car to drive, and at £13,500, good value as well. I should just also show you the front of the car as well, because again there's some sporty detailing there with the deep grille and then the kind of detailing here next to the fog light. But as well, the big benefit that this car brings over the previous model is that it comes with xenon headlamps. Now xenon headlamps are the ones where, if you've ever been on a motorway, you often see these what look like flashing blue tinged lights coming up in your rear view mirror, and those are xenon headlamps, and they use the gas xenon to give a real strong projector beam. They're also known as high intensity discharge lights, but they really make a huge difference if you're on a dark country road and you're the only car on the road. They really do light up the road in front of you, so they're certainly worth having. And on the Suzuki Swift Sport they do come as standard, which again emphasises really the level of kit you get for your money. And there's just a wider shot of the front of the car. So the Suzuki Swift Sport is the flagship of the Swift range, and it emphasises its sporting pretensions with lovely detailing really. If you look at the red stitching on the steering wheel, it's a really nice steering wheel to hold as well. And as I mentioned in my previous scene, that a lot of equipment has been thrown at the car. You get multifunction steering wheel, which gives things like cruise control, allows you to control the radio as well. Bluetooth connectivity, so you can talk on the move. There's also iPod connectivity, which you do via a USB port. Looking at the seats, they are very sporty with lovely support, nice detailing again with the red stitching, but they're very comfortable as well. You can sit in these for hours and not feel tired in the slightest. The red stitching continues to the gear lever. You've got attractive instruments, just there if you can see that. Really do need to invest in a flashlight. And the pedals as well are metal, really nice to use, really nicely weighted. And as I said, really the previous generation Suzuki Swift Sport was widely regarded as being a great hot hatch, and this one continues that even further. This is a superb car to drive. Value for money wise at 13,500, it's fantastic. The car steering is beautiful and it's very direct, and what I mean by that is when you turn the wheel, the car's nose immediately points to where you want it to go, so it's a nice sporty drive. And that's not to say that it's uncomfortable. The car is really quiet. and actually refined, and in a sense it's almost two cars in one, because when you just want that comfortable motorway cruiser, this car does. It has a 6th gear, so it's much more refined at speed, but when you really want to have some fun on your favourite country roads, this car really does enjoy to be revved. It's a 1.6 litre, it's not turbocharged, it's not supercharged, so to get the most out of it you really do have to rev it. And then, you know, being a Suzuki, being Japanese, it's incredibly well put together. All the buttons work nicely. You've got climate control down the bottom there, CD player, as I said, iPod connectivity. The plastics are nice, it's all solid, there's no squeaks or rattles. Really nice car, and I think really for the money and the drivability that it gives, there's nothing else on the market to touch it. I hope you found this introduction to the Suzuki Swift Sport informative. There will be a more detailed review on our website. And as always, for all your car buying needs, visit mycarcoach.co.uk.